Right before I sell this car, I really want to show you guys. This is the DME Temp sensor that goes back to the DME computer, which I've bridged out to get the car started. Otherwise, it just thinks it's freezing cold and dumps fuel. This is the new sensor. I was tracking this down for a week before I realized that shorting this out, the car would run absolutely fine. Without this in, it just dumps so much fuel, there's white smoke, it's horrible. I thought I'd ruined the engine. Even if I plug this in, the computer will assume the resistance is correct, and then as it heats up, resistance will change, it'll have less fuel injected, and it will run right more than anything. But I can plug this in just like this, the car will run fine. Obviously it should be taking coolant temperature for it to adjust, and it should be super simple, but yeah, something like this, the car just won't run without it. Wires unplugged, nothing's plugged into the sensor. Car won't even run this time. If it does run, it dumps so much fuel, the plugs are wet straight away. We plug this sensor back in. As you can see, the car dumps out white smoke, which is actually unburnt fuel from it overcompensating with the sensor unplugged. Replacing the sensor is quite a simple job, so that's exactly what we're going to do. I have to remove one side of the intercooler piping and the airbox to gain better access to the sensor. In this case, I've broken the plug off my existing sensor, so I'll be able to remove the sensor with a 19mm socket, but usually it would require an open-ended spanner. At room temperature, the sensor should be around 2000 ohms, and at running temperature it should read around 200 ohms. So with nothing plugged in, or if the sensor is faulty and the plug is open circuit, the sensor is reading over 2000 ohms, and the computer is seeing this reading and trying to add fuel and create a richer mix, which then in turn creates overfueling and won't actually allow the engine to start or run correctly. No smoke, clean.
does everything.